Hello and welcome to the Connected Church News. This week we've got news about Instagram, Google, Facebook, Twitter, and about using ad grants for Giving Tuesday. That's coming up in December. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news of this week is from Facebook. Last week, Facebook quietly released details about a very important feature that points to the way in which Facebook plans to bring all of its app together. This new feature is called Account Center, which is being tested across Instagram, Messenger and Facebook as of now. I'm sure WhatsApp is on the way, and this seems to be the way in which Facebook wants to bring the common elements across the platforms, like cross-posting of content, e-commerce and donations and so on. So here is the announcement. It says in Account Center, you can easily turn any of these connected experiences off or on, including single sign-on, which lets you log in and recover your accounts easily, and also cross-posting, which allows you to share stories across platforms. Now, here is the interesting piece. It says later this year, we'll add Facebook Pay to Account Center. In the US, you can enter your payment information once on Facebook and then use Facebook Pay to make purchases and donations across Facebook and Instagram. So here is a way for people to easily donate to your ministry or nonprofit in the days to come across Facebook's platforms, which covers billions of people. So do check out this announcement and see if this you can set up your organization in such a way that in the future, when Facebook rolls this out, you are ready to make use of it. Our next big news is from Google. Google announced the release of Google TV, which sounds like, Apple TV and other television services offering, but it is actually slightly different, and it's different in a good way, that Google is focusing more on the search component. It's bringing the search component to television watching experience. Have you ever sat in front of the TV on weekends and with all the various platforms trying to search for what to watch? That seems to be the problem that Google is going after, because in their announcement they say they're going to allow you to search for content not just within their own platform like YouTube, but across platforms like HBO, Netflix, Disney Plus and various other things, including YouTube. So it's going to be, I think it's going to have a big impact in this digital television space, and having the search component and Google Assistant built into it. So they are releasing this initially with the new Chromecast, but I'm sure it'll roll out into other devices in the days to come. Our next news is from Instagram. Last week, Instagram announced its tighter integration with Messenger. We all know that Facebook has been working on interoperability between various platforms, and direct messaging or private messaging is an important place to start, because that is where people spend a lot of time. Especially after this COVID, there has been a rise in use of private messaging, and this article says that there are more than 100 billion messages being sent on Messenger and Instagram on a day, every day. So it's a big space, and now Instagram and Messenger are coming together. You can send messages across these platforms. You can send a message to somebody on Instagram using Messenger. They're also releasing other features like Watch Together, Vanish Mode, which makes a message disappear after somebody sees, and replies to a particular message and so on. So lots of interesting features, so do check it out. Our next news is about using Google ad grants for Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday, as you know, is one of the top fundraising initiatives in the world. In 2019, people donated $2 billion on Giving Tuesday in the US, just in the US. And this year, Giving Tuesday is on December 1st. And with COVID and other things in 2020, it becomes a very important day to focus on. And Google Ad Grants team has released a series of tips on how to use ad grants fundraising campaigns for Giving Tuesday. We will link to all the details in the show notes. Do check it out. Hi, have you subscribed to this channel? If not, I just want to take a moment to remind you to do it so that you do not miss any episodes from us in the days to come. Thank you. I'll see you in the next news item. Our final news of this week is from Twitter. This is about Twitter's research report that was released last week after Twitter researched billions of tweets on its platform and came up with the findings of the changing behavior of people. and this was restricted to the United States, but it's still a very good representation of what people are feeling about giving, relationships, their mindsets, and quarantine and so on. So we will link to it in the show notes. Definitely take a look at this report. That's all I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate you taking the time. We've got all the source links and details on our news page, natchilazarus.com/news. Definitely check it out. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected, stay blessed, and stay safe. God bless you. Bye-bye.